what the actual... I made a post on here a couple days ago about unsatisfying endings, and so we're going to dive into the series that I was talking about. It is The Children of Blood and Bone, and the first book it's fantastic. It is one of my favorite reads this year. The second book, not as good as the first, but still pretty good. I liked it. It wasn't too bad. It took a lot of like different turns than I was expecting, but still really good. Now I'm gonna pause right here. I'm gonna tell you, this review is gonna be full of spoilers, okay? We are gonna process this information together. Like, I'm gonna spill all the tea because I need to process. If you've not read the series, please don't let this sway you, okay? You may love this book. The great thing about reviews is what is not someone's cup of tea could be someone's favorite, okay? And vice versa, and that is okay. All right, so book one, definitely 4.5 stars. Loved it. Book two, I would say it was like 3.5, 4 stars. Like I said, wasn't bad. Wasn't something that I was like, oh my god, this is so great. And book three, I'm giving it 3 stars. And the only reason I'm giving it 3 stars is because the book in and of itself, like if this would have been a separate story to start a series, I think it would have been really good. I think that, like, so for context, both of those books are like thick, the first two. And the third one is half the size of the other two. So it's almost like she wanted to hurry up and get done and close the story, but it left a lot of questions. So this is going to be a long one. If you want to like ×2, totally get it. Definitely understand. Okay, so in these books, we follow Zélie, and she's our main character. Her tribe of people, her group of people are born with powers, okay? We learn this in book one. But the king is a jackass, and he wants to rule over these people, and so he finds a way to take their powers from them by removing their magical relics, okay? So Amari, the princess, finds the scroll and is like, because she I'm going to give it away. She loved one of the people that they're oppressing. The father killed him. She was like, nah, bitch. So she goes, hooks up with Zélie, who saves her life, and now they're on this mission to bring back magic. Okay, to bring back magic. Second book is about the two people clashing, and they have a war. I know this is very like, we're not talking about those two books. We're talking about the third book, so we're trying to get there, okay? So book two ends with these two people clashing, and then they're like whisked away in a ship. Okay? They're taken away. In book two, we are introduced, I think it's book two, maybe in book one, but anyway, we're introduced to Rowan at some point. Love Rowan. He is a kind of like a pirate mercenary. People pay him to do jobs in his group, right? So, I loved Rowan because, you know, typical bad boy. He's great. I was rooting for him. Okay, spoilers. In book two, because the prince is being a little bitch, they get together, okay? We start book three, and they're together. Like, Rowan saves her life, well, tries to save her life, and it's all great and good, and he calls her the sweet, he says that she's his home. Whatever, so cute. But she had a thing for the prince, right? She felt betrayed. She felt betrayed by him. Okay, so book three, we are introduced to this beautiful new magic system. And so we're trying to learn it. We're introduced to these new characters, this new bad guy, these new gods. Like, everything is very, very new. And we have a book that's this big, okay? So this big. And so it's all very, like, kind of thrown in your face. To whereas in book one and book two, she really spent time cultivating those powers and those gods and all the things, right? Einan is the prince, and Zane is the brother to Zélie. So we're on a ship. She gets a thing placed in her chest that the enemy is been trying to find her and to awaken the blood moon, but he needs 3 powerful people. She's one of them. Well, this little compass shows her where the other powerful person is. So where I start getting confused is Zaylee and her brother are going, right? Makes sense. He doesn't want to leave her. He's super protective. But why? Why is Amari going? Like, it didn't really make sense because, like, yeah, their relationship was, like, broken and is trying to rebuild, but it didn't quite make sense as to why, like, she would actually be the one to go. So we find out that, you know, she went because she's going to have a love arc with the goddess in training at this new place. Makes sense. We all know that Amari, you know, had some things that she had to deal with. That's totally fine. So glad she got to go. But it didn't make sense as to why she went after such a big fallout with Zaylee. It would have made more sense for her to go with her brother and take care of all that to, like, ready their people. Okay? I don't know. Anyway, and where the fuck is Rowan, right? Like it ended with, like, them being together, and he's mentioned one time in this book, and it says, where's Rowan? We don't fucking know. And then, okay, Zaylee goes towards the end. Oh, this is the worst part. Okay, listen. I'm so mad. It's just, like, it's making my heart not okay. Like, it's not. So Anon comes back, and they're trying to, like, defeat this army together with all the people. She goes, so the goddess in training is like, you guys have had this connection from the very beginning, and you have to sacrifice your life for hers. What? What? Excuse me, what? What? First of all, they don't even, like, I don't even know, like, the relationship wasn't cultivated enough in book 3 after what his ass did in book 1 and 2. And he really goes, like, he doesn't come back. Like, I don't even know. And so we don't have closure for Rowan. And I'm just what? So I finished the book, and I was just, what? Like, there was no good reason. Like, there was no good reason. There was no good reason. There was no good reason. There was none. Why? If anybody was going to sacrifice himself, it should have been the brother, right? Because he's been wanting to keep her safe, and it would have made more sense that way. It would have made more sense because his whole goal was to protect her. And he had already been reborn by his mother, who had the power of doing that. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. So it would have made sense for him to lay down his second life for his sister. What? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. The book was good. But, so if you've read this book, like, what were your thoughts? Am I crazy? Did it make perfect sense? And I'm just over here like, where's the happy ending? Because, like, for real, where's the happy ending? Where's it at? I don't see it. Okay, that is all. Love you, support you, bye.